Hello, passengers of the cosmic intelligence. Welcome to Golden Angel Tarot. This is a timeless reading. Today's reading will be about your crossed over, passed away loved ones, your dads. Maybe could be a grandfather whom you liked like a father of yours, or who might have raised you. I don't get the grandfather kind of vibe, but this is mostly about your fathers and grandfathers. Your loved one could be a combination of a few different decks. Everything I said doesn't have to apply for one person. If you like to check other decks, maybe you're checking one for your father, one for your grandfather, or maybe they are a combination of these decks. Feel free to check them out. So this is going to be a pick a pile reading. We have 3 groups you can choose from. Also, I have some sketches as a significator pictures, and these sketches belong to my father, who has also passed away. So I think this will be also tribute to him and all our loved ones. May they have happy time in the light, because I think they just changed dimensions. This is my belief, of course. Everyone is free to believe in what they want. If you follow me, you know that I give signs, synchronicities, dates beforehand. For this reading, I especially got the vibe of 1960s. And 1961 and 1966 was quite noticeable, let's say. Could be about the time around Apollo mission, the space mission. You might have had some good times going to space camps, or maybe you had a common shared interest in space, or maybe they have witnessed this era of the space mission. Also USA or Russia, it was a kind of a Cold War between them, so Russia, USA might mean something to you. Spacemen, astronauts and cosmonauts could be a thing here. I was given 1616 as a time, or 1616 as an angel number. You can accept it. 1616. Then 020202 triple. Again, you can accept this as a time or as angel number. 0444 444 or 444 could be a synchronicity. 1111 could be a synchronicity. 241 or 241 as a time and as a number could mean something to you. Then I was shown the moon, of course, space and moon and other stuff. I got the names Jones or Ray. Could be a surname or could be a name. And then I have this musky cologne or perfume. Could be Axe, could be Paco Rabanne, now it's Rabanne. Then these watches, like we don't use wristwatches anymore, but back then it was quite popular. Maybe your dad or grandfather liked wearing watch. I especially got Omega watch. So this sounds like a commercial. It's not. I don't have any affiliation with anyone. Then I got the beach and beach umbrella. I got the smoke and drink and Nestle chocolate. Florida parties pool and flower, especially daffodils. Daffodils bloom in March and April. It could be a birthday or it could be a meaningful time. I also got classic cars especially Chevrolet, and the film Ben-Hur. Maybe you could have Jewish beliefs. You could be of a Jewish descendant. You can be Jewish, I don't know, especially I got this. Before I started the reading, there were fireworks, so I'm gonna say fireworks. I have another reading of mine. I think it was angel messages, I'm not sure. It was kind of similar to that, so maybe if you're interested and if you come across, you might want to check that reading of mine too. And I was given Katy Perry, Wide Awake. Wide awake. So this is another sign or synchronicity for you. 39. I don't know if it's the age, if it means anything. Apartment number. I'm not sure, so you would know better, or maybe if it's something between your father or your grandfather and you. If you're curious about how synchronicities work, synchronicities, dates, times, like I said, it could mean something to you or your loved one. You can hear the song somewhere in the gym, outdoor, in the radio. You can come across in a streaming service on TV. You might hear two people talking. Someone might show you something, or something might get your attention, the number or anything relevant, so you would know. At least that's my experience and my circle. If you have other different kind of experiences with the synchronicities, please feel free to share with us. So let's get to pile selection. First pile is Black Tarot deck and fighter jets, F-16, F-35, I don't know, they keep getting the newest ones, or this phantom jets, phantom planes, something like that. Maybe your dad, your grandfather was in the military, was a soldier, was a pilot, or they have witnessed the war, something like that. It was like 1960s, so that was another interesting time of humanity. And now I'm seeing 0707, so it could be a special sign or synchronicity for pile 1. I will mention it again if I remember. And pile 2 is this turquoise deck with the sketch of staplers. So what I get is maybe your dad or your grandfather was some technical person, engineer. Maybe they had their own shop, mechanical stuff. Maybe back then they didn't have AutoCAD, but something like with the technical drawings kind of vibe. And the third pile is this deck, and I get more pastoral effect here, like with a horse and a sheep and 2 cute bicycles. So this is like more like a outdoorsy person, a farmer, a producer, maybe they like biking, something like that. Or maybe it was something common. They might be doing horseback riding, you might be doing it together, maybe you had a ranch. I get that kind of vibe. So I will put a close-up picture of the decks. You can pause and check the decks, the cards, the sketches. And I, as usual, to save time, I will draw oracle cards and some tarot cards beforehand, and I will get extra guidance with my tarot decks. So let's start. Hello, pile 1. You have chosen the fighter jets and the black tarot deck. So I've drawn oracle cards beforehand, and we will talk about your loved one. The first thing I get here is like when I hold these like this, maybe you were like different in lifestyle, in your views. Maybe you were like fire and water, you know. You could be a fire sign, they could be, and the other party could be a water sign. I got something like that. I mean, it doesn't mean you don't love them, but something to do with maybe you two, again, having different point of views or lifestyles. So, first card is the power that overcomes obstacles and claiming your power. 32. This one is the Magician. The Hermit, number 9. Golden Egg. And the Castle, number 43. So, I think, like I said, with this deck, I get this like military, pilot, soldier, maybe a disciplined person. They don't have to be like in the military, but I think they were disciplined. Maybe they were like the rock of the family, and in hardships, in hard times, you would just look at them, even if they feel sad, frustrated, maybe they feared, but they wouldn't show it. They looked powerful, mighty, you can say. And the good thing about your relationship was, I think, you knew that everything was possible. Somehow, even though you had these differences in point of view or lifestyles, I think you knew that somehow you can trust them to create something. And they can also be an abundant person. They might have a decent job, like I said, disciplined, like a regular job. Maybe you didn't have money problems. They could be a Gemini, you could be a Gemini. And the shadow side is maybe they were always after some mission, something to do. Maybe you felt a little bit neglected sometimes. Or they were looking for something higher, but you didn't get it somehow. Maybe you didn't feel like you were a priority. This could be some sort of a shadow side. But I think they have a heart of gold, and they think you have a heart of gold. This card is also about the heart chakra, the 4th one, and the color of this card is also green, heart chakra color for me. And I think they were the castle. They were the 4th of the house, like I said, the stoic look when things get hard. You can trust them, eyes closed. You would know that they would somehow flourish, somehow provide for the family. So I'm gonna take one card from this deck of mine and ask, what do they think of you? Think about you. What does your loved one? This one wants to come out. Anything else? Nothing strong. Maybe this one. Okay. So bottom of the deck is Garden of Venus, rejuvenation and rest. And I'm gonna get extra guidance with my black tarot deck. Horned cactus, being capable, practicality. So this one is 25, 29. The flood, abundance, number 43. So I think they think you are a person who is abundant, who is capable. I think they are saying right now, I raised you well. I'm sorry, I got emotional. So they think they're proud of you. They're proud of you, no matter what. You don't have to be a rich person. You are rich in heart, like heart of gold. That's what I get now. Okay. And you're a place of beauty, the beauty of your character, the beauty in everything you do. They're so proud of you. And they trust that they raised you well. And you can overcome anything. That's what I get now. Alright. Maybe they might think you're emotional too. Soldiers. Alright. What else? Is there anything else? Any details? 4 of Wands. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. And Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck is 5 of Swords. So they think you're a stable person, you're a grounded person, you are just, you always think about what's best, what's just, because you are raised well. And 6-6 could also be a synchronicity for you. And they trust that in times of hardship, you will make the best out of it. You will turn it into something abundant, and your judgment is good. Like I said, they raised you well. They raised you well. Okay. So what else do we need to know? I'm gonna ask, what would they like to say? I'm gonna collect these and come back. So I collected the cards, I'm back. What would they like to say? I'm gonna get this and this and use these two messages from the universe and messages from the heart decks. So what would they like to say to you? All right. One more. One more. No, not gonna push it. Okay. So if you believe in these things like this, you might be soulmates, because you can be soulmates with the family. I think it doesn't have to be romantic or like a relationship wise. And autumn, what else? Strength, endurance, cooperation, and blooming. So what they want to tell you is if you are thinking about a project or something you wish to do, I don't like giving specific times in tarot, but maybe the other side might see, the other dimensions might see something that we can see. So just keep in mind, fall, autumn might be the time to reconnect or make these things happen. And it says your endurance is enough, you are strong enough, you can achieve your goals. And maybe try to cooperate with people, because like if you're raised with this discipline, with this structure, maybe you are your own person, you are used to doing everything yourself, but you don't have to. Be open to cooperation and people who would like to help you. And says dream bigger. They want you to dream bigger. I want to get for my this deck messages from the heart. So okay. Ooh. All right. Divine guidance. This talks about divine guidance. You'll be guided. Also talks about twin flame. I don't know about twin flame things. A lot of garbage information around there. So I don't know about that. You would know it. But this is saying that you will be divinely guided. So, and you are, I think, divinely guided. And again, with the dreams, I think if you have someone in your life, I think they're a perfect partner for you. They want to dream with you, together with you, help you make your dreams come true. And they say they miss you. They felt your emptiness. But again, if it's your time, it's your time. And this one talks about, again, divine help. So I think if you believe in spirit guides, they might be in your spirit team. They might show you some things. They might come into your dreams. I think, yeah, you get messages. They somehow show that they're around you if you are really open to, not in a pushy way, like expecting. Just be neutral. Be like an antenna, you know, like antenna doesn't wait for a message. If it receives, it receives. Something like that. I mean, at least that is my experience. I will collect these and come back. And since we talked about divine help, they might want to warn you about something. So what will they want to warn you about? So what would they like to warn you about? Okay, so I think, so let me get on this deck. These three, so 4 of them. Bottom of the deck is I think first thing is, if you are hanging on to past resentments and stuff, they want you to let go of it. And maybe, I don't know, their grief can continue, grief can linger, and if you feel like you're grieving longer than, I mean, there is no specific time for this, who says it's long or short, but typically they say more than 6 months. Maybe find the joy, find the happiness, instead of being resentful, acting like it's not important, acting like you're okay. You don't have to, like, if you can get counseling, get help, talk with your loved ones. Also, I'm seeing 55, 88, 455 and 88 might be extra synchronicities for this deck. And let's see. Well, so they like to warn you about, you might get good news, you might get some support, maybe some counseling or some advice from an elderly person, older person, or experienced person. Also talks about maybe you will question your relationships. You might have problems at work, about your job maybe. Not sure if it's serious or not. I don't get specific vibe, but some men, again, like an official government person, civil servant kind of thing, you might have some government issues, problems with the government or some official business that you need to tend to, and you might need to fix it with someone who is who has a tougher look on the outside, is what I get. And I'd like to get an advice message for you. What will be their advice in general, not specific to this time? This is again timeless for this time. The message you need to hear is what? What do you need to hear? This one. Okay, Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. So like I said, I think something with emotional instability, maybe like a relationship, introspections, problems with work, you reminiscing about the past could be a thing. So when it says connect with your emotions, you can have like a warm community kind of thing, but this is more about balancing your emotions, regaining your emotional stability is what I get. What else? This is what I get, I think. And also with the water, you might get intuitive messages. You might be intuitive. You might think that you're overly emotional, but it's not a curse. That's a gift. But again, don't let people walk all over you. You know, be strong, and if they don't treat you with the respect you deserve, then you don't have to be nice to them. I don't believe in that anymore. I'm sorry, other spiritual people, love and healing and oneness and all, but if we are here in this life and we are experiencing some stuff, maybe advocating for your own rights, your sanity, your again, whatever you possess, for being you. Maybe this is owning your own sovereignty. So I think this is it. This was the message, friends. I hope it was a relief, hopeful. If I put a hopeful smile on your face, that is my award. So if you like the message, the reading, feel free to hit the like button. If you'd like to follow more readings, feel free to subscribe. For this deck, this is the message, this is the warning, this is your loved one. Take care, friends. Love and peace. Bye. Hello, pile 2. You have chosen the staplered sketch and the turquoise blue tarot deck. I'm seeing 05050505. This could be an extra synchronicity for pile 2. So I've drawn your oracle cards and tarot cards beforehand, and I will talk about your loved one past who has passed away. So with these drawings, I strongly get this like someone who thinks technical, could be an engineer, might have had their own shop, something practical, repair shop maybe. I get something like that. So let's see. First card is Holy Goal, Eternal Flame, the heritage of the ancestors, 43. Other one is Five of Cups. Another one is Two of Wands, Six of Cups, and Two of Wands. Tarantula, fire element. They could be a fire element as a zodiac sign. Default line 49. So I think this was a person who was traditional, and I think they were like capable, weaving things, building things, like the tarantula. Protective tarantula is considered important in Islam. The animal protected the Prophet. If you're curious, you can research. So again, this gives me like this protective energy, capable energy. And what I think is with your relationship, I'm trying to understand what they were like and what was your relationship like. I think they were people who turned negative things to opportunities. They were positive. They looked to the things from practical side. They wouldn't hesitate. Like they would just get something and turn it into an advantage. That's what I get. Like I said, also capable, and also with the fault line. Like, you know, with the earthquakes, they look scary at first, but they're also foundational for the formation of the mountains, places. Now I get they might be doing something with the environment or geological engineer, maybe. I strongly get this technician engineer vibe here with this deck. It doesn't have to be. What's someone more on the practical side? And I think they have a goal, like they like to serve people, they like to be of use, they like to be useful to their family. That's what I get. And as a shadow side, maybe, I don't know if they had a hard, tough childhood. Maybe because of their experiences, they needed to make like tough decisions. They had to make some choices, and sometimes it didn't made you feel good, or maybe you felt neglected from time to time. Or maybe in your childhood, like they were too busy building stuff, doing stuff, maybe a workaholic, and you felt like you needed more time with your loved one, is what I get at first energy. All right. So I'm gonna get oracle cards here. I'd like to know, what do they think about you? What do they think about you? Okay, so I think you're a strong person, and you are, again, like maybe with their tough childhood, maybe they told you about their how they were raised, the circumstances they have grew in, and this deep diver wanted to show embracing a task. Like I said, this feels like a task person. And also this is number 22. 22 might be a synchronicity for you. Now I'm seeing 11 and 22. So I think, not what I think, they think that you are a jewel. You're a jewel. You are a precious person. Your heart is precious. You are precious. And you are very well connected, both with your emotions and both with people on the outside. I think you are a very well liked person, or you are a person who is open to people, to community. Maybe you accept people as they are, you don't judge them. And you know where people are coming from, why they act bitter if they do, or why they try to hurt others. Like, you might be good at psychoanalysis, you might be good at reading people, you might be intuitive, maybe you listen to your sixth sense, your gut feeling, but you, I think, accept people as they are, and you are actually curious, like how they think, what they think, and they love this about you, like how open and accepting you are. And I'd like to get anything else, any details we need to know, or we are curious. What do they think about you? This one wants to come out. This one wants to come out. If it can come, I'll get it. Okay. This one. Oh, it came in two. And this one. Bottom of the deck is Justice. Like I said, you are a just person. You don't discriminate people. You accept them as they are. And they love it. They love it. I mean, I don't know when they were alive if they had the chance to tell you this. But, so, 5 of Cups, the Moon, 8 of Wands. You might be driving a motorcycle, or maybe you fix things too. You might be a technician too. Maybe they did it together, or they taught you how to fix things. Now I got something like that. 2 of Pentacles and 9 of Wands. So, and the Fool. So like I said, you accept people as they are, and you know when to take action and when to just observe, or when to interview and when to let people come to you. And you are always in this excited mindset about things. You feel like everything is new, or you like trying new things, or new approach. You like new people, maybe. So, yes. And now I get the burn in my back. 515, 515 might mean something to you. Alright, I'll collect the cards and I'll be back. I'm gonna use these 2 decks of mine for what message do they have for you? What would they like to say? This is message from the universe deck of mine, and messages from the heart. So we'll see what do we need to, what do they want to say to you? What do they want to say to you? Okay, this one, this one. Ooh, okay. Interesting. All right, so it says, imagine and be confident you are created for bigger things. But if there's a decision you need to make, they want to tell you, like, wait, sleep on it, analyze it. Maybe if you don't know all the facts, try to get the facts to the whole thing. That's what I get. And again, if you are thinking about some passion project, they say it's time now. Start that thing. Start that. If you're thinking about entrepreneurship, if you want to open a shop, if you want to do something, this is the time. And also, don't think that you are not where you're supposed to be, because you'll come a long way. You'll come a long way, and everything will be fine. And if you are thinking about something, again, creating something, this is the time. And with the messages from the heart deck, let's see, this and this. Okay. So if there is special someone in your life, it says you might feel lost with this relationship. They say you might not be talking, but again, you might have some confused feelings, some things that you don't know about. This could be about it, this wait on it thing. Maybe you need to learn more about this person, or you need to look at the facts, like, are they who they are? Are they hiding something? Like, we understand that you are an open-hearted person, you accept people, but do you have to accept people? Are you the rescuer? Do you have to rescue everyone? You know what I mean? I mean, here we are in this life to live this life, but first save yourself before everyone else, is what I get. So I think they say you will always be in their heart. Your bond is strong and it will never be lost. And also, don't tell everything to everyone. Be a little mysterious about your projects, especially some idea maybe. Don't talk to people about your idea. That's what I get now. All right. I'm gonna ask, since we talked about messages, what would they like to warn you about? So I'm gonna collect these cards and then I will be back. Okay, I'm back with my two decks. Now I got 44 and 33 and 22. So these could be extra signs and synchronicities, and now I'm seeing 55. Okay, so what do they want to warn you about? I got this person thing. It could be about your job too, or your coworkers, but the decks before made me feel like it's a person, a relationship. Okay, what do they want to warn you about? Okay. See, this is a relationship. Okay, so this could be someone. You might be a partner. You can be married. I don't know. All right, something's going on. So I mean, the death card wanted to show. So no second chances, transformation, grounding, stability, security. I think the stability, security is somehow not there anymore, and I think you need to be careful about how we proceed. I mean, or someone interested in you, maybe they made you feel like a good time, they showed you good time, but they might be hiding things, wearing masks. Yes, so again, you are not here to save everyone and treat everyone. Be mindful, be careful about that. That's what I get. Also with this deck, if there's anything else they'd like to warn you about. Anything else? Okay. I want to take this and this. Oh, it went away. Okay. So you might get news about this, whatever it is. But I think this card normally means something else with this deck, but I strongly get someone who is wearing makeup mask, hiding their true self kind of thing. This could be about the house, partnership. Yes, I mean, normally these cards mean good things, but there might be something, I don't like to say that, but your life partner might be cheating on you, something like that. I don't know. I mean, I got it now, but it doesn't have to be. Don't trust my words, and like get your evidence before you accuse people of such things. And I don't like talking about these things, but I strongly get this relationship, someone whoever is in your life. Could be a family member too, but it feels like a partner to me, to be honest. Alright, so I'm gonna collect these and come back. So I want to get an advice for you. This would be a general advice. It doesn't have a time limit, I think, but I think this is what you need to hear for now. Okay. Don't try to make things I was trying to cut it from somewhere it didn't want to cut, so what is the advice? Oh, now I'm seeing 48, 48. Another synchronicity for you. Okay. This one wants to come out too. Okay. What I get here is, it says trust in the unknown, but I think things will come out. Like I said, you might get news. If you're intuitive, if you have some clear abilities, you might get some divine info, bird's eye view kind of thing. And now my back hurts and I see 77. This pile is quite intuitive, and really, I haven't seen this much synchronicity in other decks. Wow. All right. They really want to warn you about. They really want you to be okay. So you'll be guided. Trust your gut. Trust your feeling. If you feel something's off, if something feels fishy, then trust your intuition. And I think have some fun. They want you to tell you you're a wild child. Be yourself. Don't diminish yourself or someone else, or that you need to. You are open to everyone. They should be open to you. So interestingly, this card also talks about if you have a father, grandfather in heaven, they are getting close to you. So like I said, I think they are close by and they are guiding you somehow, and trust the guidance. And this she-wolf is also this is a shamanic archetype. So like I said, I'm seeing a lot of synchronicities now. Like, you are strongly guided, and if you are somehow feel some closeness to the moon, cycles related with the moon, I think there's something to do with the moon. Yes. All right. So this was the reading, friends. If you like the reading, feel free to hit the like button. If you like to follow more readings, feel free to subscribe. If you like to check other decks, maybe you're checking one for your father, one for your grandfather, or maybe they are a combination of these decks, feel free to check them out. Love and peace. Bye. Hello, pile 3. You have chosen the pastoral natural deck with horses, sheep, and bicycles. So as I mentioned, your father or your grandfather might have had a farm, ranch. You might have liked riding horse, guiding sheep. Also, like in a good Samaritan way, maybe they were religious. You practice religion together. That could be a thing, going to church on Sundays, going to mosques together for prayer. Could be. And you have chosen this tarot deck. I drew your tarot, oracle and tarot cards beforehand, so let's understand what your loved one was like. The guides, Enlightened Way, 21. Like I said, I got this Good Samaritan vibe from this deck. A decent person, someone who helps the community, who helps people in need. Okay, Joker, the Fool, Page of Wands, Dragonfly, and also air sign, I think. Yeah, they could be one of the air signs. You could be the Sustainer, number 24. So what I get here is, like I said, they had this mindset of like, we can do it, let's do it, let's lead, let's look at the horizon, let's see things from a positive point of view kind of vibe. As a downside, maybe they might be hot-headed, they might be from time to time strategic, and I feel like they might like country music, violin, something like that. Like I said, with the sheep and the herds, maybe wolves or foxes might be disturbing the herd like that. Maybe you spend a lot of time in the nature, and I think they were a nice person, a tranquil person. Spending time with them was, they might be from time to time like hot-headed or impulsive, or maybe they get angry fast, but I think they return to their positive side quickly. Something like that, like their inside and outside is the same, like they looked how they were from in the inside, like as a person. And I'm seeing 55, 22, so 55 and 22 might be a synchronicity for you. And like I said, I always get this, like holding the heart in their hands, holding space for everyone. They sustain everyone, they support everyone in their hearts, and like spiritually, I really get this, like, and like with this guide and enlightened way. I'm also seeing wolves here, wolf. So yeah, something like that. Really nice person, warm-hearted. People like them, I think. So I like to get oracle cards about what do they think about you. I think they like you being patient. That's what I got now. Let's see. It says spirit of adventure, the soul of the river, radical acceptance, and Game of Thrones, using the power, righteousness, using power in the right way. And this also talks about being teachable, or being the tool or good shepherd of the divine. kind of vibe. So I think they like how adventurous you are. These blues feel so serene to me. Maybe you liked hanging around in the river, like soul of the river here. I'm seeing like these waves, maybe rafting. You were rafting, you were having these adventures in the nature. And like, this is beloved radical acceptance. Again, like you are as a family, like accepting of all people, and you use the power to help people. I think that's how you were raised, and your families too, and that's what they like about you. Being a decent person, a helpful person. And is there anything else they like about you? Or any details they might want to add? Three of Wands. The Sun. Judgment. The Moon. Here also with the wolves, and you might be, or they might be a Cancer zodiac sign. Bottom of the deck is Emperor. So I think they like how in control you are. You plan things, you expand, you extend your hand to people, you illuminate them like the sun. And how enlightened you are, how spiritual you are, even if you don't like practice religion or anything. As a good-hearted person, they like your heart, I think. And you are not afraid of unknowns. You just analyze it and find some solutions. That's what I get here. So you being practical, a mature soul. Yes, that's what I get. Maybe you might be a Leo. Now I got that vibe. One of the fire signs, air signs, fire, air. Could be. Alright, 24. Okay. I'm gonna collect these cards and come back. So I'm back with two of my decks. What would they like to say to you? Alright. This one wanted to come. Okay. It looked like I grabbed it, but something interesting happened here. I don't know what. What else? What else do they want to say to you? Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. So you're abundant. I think you are guided. They say you'll get unexpected, lucky times, opportunities, and be ready for it. So I don't like giving specific timing in tarot, but maybe on the other dimension they might see something that we might not. So summer, it says summer will be joyful, adventurous, and whatever you are waiting for, whatever you're looking for, will find you in the summer. And if you feel like emotionally or physically unstable, work on that. And they say no matter how much you feel fear, desperation, you will find the light, because like I said, like spiritual, the guidance, the enlightened way. I think they know that you'll find your way in any hardship and situation, with your community, with people you trust, with people you help. And also it says see the beauty in everything, and especially your inner beauty, yourself. So this is messages from your loved one and messages of the heart. If there is anything extra they would like to say. I couldn't shuffle, so maybe they say like, don't worry if you can't shuffle, try again. If you don't do it successfully at first time, then do it for the second time. Okay, what else do they want to say to you? These two want to come out. Okay, so you're a warrior, and if something comes up, you will fight your way, you will find your way up. There might be some people you might need to have some intellectual fights with, let's say. They say you are brilliant, you are smart, you can overcome this. And maybe if you are feeling lonely these times, around these times, make sure people love you for who you are. And we have the twin flame at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot of garbage information around with twin flame, so I don't like to tell anything about it, to be honest. I don't know. But if there's someone you're considering, you're thinking about, make the discernment. Try to understand the difference between love and lust, and keep your boundaries, they say. So keep your boundaries, learn to have strong boundaries, they say. Okay, I will collect these cards and come back. Is there anything they'd like to warn you about? Is there anything they'd like to warn you about? This one, this one, this one. All right, seduction again. Okay, interesting. So, enable boundaries again. Yeah, something to do with maybe people pleasing, or I think be in a moment of lust. Don't override your values. Something like that. That's what I get. Stop reminiscing about things, people, and although I think you have outdated views about unconditional love and relationships, but I think when it's now situationships and all these things going on, people live fast lives, and sometimes, most of the time, unmeaningful, in my opinion. So if you have someone in your mind you consider like a twin flame or someone special, I think it says it needs time. And if you're confused about this person, I think you need to consider your values and your boundaries, and like, do I feel valuable here? Am I valued in this relationship? This could also be a relationship with your coworkers, but I got this like more personal relationships, like romantic relationships vibe. Maybe you're not getting what you expect. Maybe you have romantic notions about things, and that might be making you prone to getting hurt by people. So again, don't let them charm you, don't let them use you. If you are somehow in this seduction cycle, try to get out of it if you feel like it's hurting you or it's not serving you. And what else? What else? Is there anything else I'd like to warn you about? Okay. This one, this one, this one. Okay, so in the original guidebook of this deck, this means like unknowns and some fishy stuff. But I always get positive vibes, like things will bloom and like come out of foggy or blurriness. Maybe you'll have some clarity over things, is what I get. And you'll be able to build a loving, stable thing, but I think you need to indulge yourself in, like, go travel some places, trips for a few days, change of scenery might be good for you. And I think you will get some news. It will be good news. It won't be as bad as you expected, I think. So the fog is clearing. The fog is clearing. So now I also get this, like, you might change work, you might change your place. I talked about travel, but maybe some change of scenery somehow. And also be careful about the man. I think it's the man who is like influential, who looks like they're going to help you, but will they? Because we are talking about warning, so be mindful of people who look helpful, but they might not be. They might not have the best of intentions, is what I get. Okay, so I want to take general advice for you. What is this? Is more like what do you need to hear right now? Like, you don't have to keep the advice all your life, I think, but it's your choice. All right. So what is a general advice for you that you need to hear right now? Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. So like I said, change of scenery will be good. Maybe, again, like, if the work is somehow not working for you, you can look for another job, maybe a passion project that, if you don't like your job, maybe it's time to change it. I know it's not easy to change, and like, it's easy to say, just reading what I get here. So, and with this, again, like with the seduction cards and everything, like, maybe getting this this relationship, this seduction cycle might feel good right now, but again, decide what you want. Like, do you want long term? Do you want situationship? Do you want one night stand? I don't know. I strongly get this romantic thing. So decide if it's good for you, if it fits the values, what you want. I mean, it could be good at the time, but maybe you want a long-term relationship, and the longer you keep going on with this person, you will expect more. You will fall in love maybe, and the other party might not feel the same, so it could be heartbreaking, something like that. So again, boundaries. I think you are a nice person, you are a decent person, you were raised well, and not everyone is like you. So be mindful of people's situations and things, is, I think, what we get here. So this was the reading, friends. If you liked the reading, feel free to hit the like button. If you like to follow more readings, feel free to subscribe. If you think other decks somehow you felt drawn to, maybe it could be your loved one, could be a mixture of a few things. Like, everything I say here doesn't have to apply, all of them doesn't have to apply for your loved one, so keep that in mind. Alright, friends, love and peace. Bye.